wise man once said, "The will to win, the desire to succeed,
What takes guts is to put yourself on the line.
the urge to reach your full potential.
A leader makes the way.
These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence." Success Resources is the world's leading events promoter of business, personal development, and wealth creation programs. For over 30 years, we've helped over 10 million people across 30 countries unlock their full potential. From North America, to Europe, to Africa, to Asia, to Oceania, we are the key to your personal success. We open the door to the world's best speakers, such as Anthony Robbins, Sir Richard Branson, Robert Kiyosaki, and T. Harv Eker, to name a few. Praised by Donald Trump for being the world's best, we have over 500 events a year and access to the greatest thinkers, achievers, and motivators of our time. We guide you to the success that lies in every one of us.
But you will not discover your greatness in your comfort zone.
You have to have confidence in yourself.
We have never really truly reached our destination. There's always another level to strive for. Your best is yet to come. Success Resources, your learning partners.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Friday. Welcome to Friday. If my wife knew how how unproductive I am on Friday, she would actually ask me not to be around. So Friday is about hanging out with friends, having fun, etc. Okay, some of you are ready to do something you will regret this weekend. Okay, go float. You have my blessing, okay, to do something you'll regret. Bitcoin now is 48K. Today is our episode 18, Bitcoin journey to 100,000. So we are here to update you about the development, and we believe that Bitcoin is the best financial instrument for store of financial energy and the best tool for preserving financial wealth. Now, secret to success is to wake up early, work hard, and own Bitcoin. So welcome once again to Bitcoin Journey to 100,000. My name is Richard Tan from Success Resources. We're the world leading education provider every week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This is streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, we make video tracking the incredible journey of Bitcoin to 100,000. Now, so if it's a journey you like to follow and you like to learn more about, make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash the thumbs up button, and also click the notification bell so that whenever we do this video, you will be the first to know. Now, I'm very happy to bring my friend Dr. Clemen to the program. He's an authority in financial investing and well-known teacher to many thousands and thousands of students all over the world. Welcome, Dr. Clemen.
Wow, Richard. TGIF. And finally, we are hitting the final day to our restful weekend. And thank you for having me in the show. Let's start the grind today.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, Dr. Clemen, Bitcoin journey to 100,000 is not based on speculation or myth, right? It is based on economic logic and increased mass adoption, supply and demand, mass adoption. Now, the most popular communication tools today is WhatsApp. Even young people like kids, and old people, 60, 70, 80, 90 years old, grandparents, they are using WhatsApp today. Now, WhatsApp is even more popular than email or even telephone call. People nowadays don't call each other already. They just want to just WhatsApp, So yesterday, there's a bullish news that WhatsApp is now working on connecting crypto to all their users, all their hundreds of millions of users all over the world. This alone is going to expose many millions of people to Bitcoin adoption. So question to you, Dr. Clemen, is how do you see this bullish news with regard to mass adoption of Bitcoin?
Wow, that's a fascinating question to begin with. And first, we got to go back to the history in time, how WhatsApp came about and what is the relationship with Facebook. So first of all, I'm going to kind of flash back to the year 2014. That was my time, my time investing in the market. And this was the big news back then, the hottest news ever released when Facebook announced its plans to acquire WhatsApp in February 2014. Now, WhatsApp owners attached a purchase price of $16 billion, $4 billion in cash, and $12 billion remaining in Facebook shares. As we know, Facebook shares hit an all-time historical high this year. And can you imagine the amount of money the WhatsApp owners kind of take away? It's a mind-boggling, right? So look, this is the starting point. And WhatsApp started off as a kind of a startup invested by Sequoia Capital for $25 million. And that $25 million transformed into $16 billion. And today, with the historical high of Facebook price, this is a mind-boggling acquisition, very smart in its time, so forward-looking back then. If you think back about 2014, and today we are 2021, that's 7 years later, this is the result. So that's the reason why we got to pay really a lot of attention into Facebook as a company. And of course, they recently rebranded into this word called Meta. Meta being they want to be the omnipresence in the world of metaverse. So this is step one. Now, from this step one, we take a look at the latest announcement. Thereby, it goes, WhatsApp will allow crypto payments via Novi Wallet. So we're going to talk to you about Novi Wallets. This is basically Facebook roadmap to roll out cryptocurrency to the world. As we know, originally it started off as a Libra stablecoin, and through many regulatory setbacks, they decided to rebrand it to DM coin. And the DM coin will be the flagship coin of Facebook, but you need a custodian wallet. And the wallet, they call it Novi Wallet. So true enough, fulfilling its vision together with WhatsApp, right now WhatsApp is rolling out cryptocurrency withdrawal deposit through the Novi Wallet within the WhatsApp chat communication tool. Now, this is really big. Now, most people would not know that WhatsApp, they have two interfaces. The first interface is what you and your friends are using today, what we call the individual WhatsApp account. But Facebook has also recent years rolled out the WhatsApp business account. Now, for example, our company's WhatsApp, we are using the business account, thereby allowing us to manage our business. You can buy products and services of our WhatsApp chat together with us, and they also give us a verified green tick on our WhatsApp business account number. Now, this is basically a strategy to dominate the world. Because when I look at this article, it's kind of a mind-boggling, right? Now, a few things to note is, first, right now it's on the test case. Starting today, a limited number of people in the US will be able to send and receive money using Novi on WhatsApp, making sending money to family and friends as easy as sending a message. So they have trained us, indoctrinated us, brainwashed us over the years whenever we use WhatsApp. So it is as simple as you sending a message one-to-one to your friends, or in a group message, one to many in a group chat, or in a broadcast, one to many others. So there are three ways to send message. It also simply means that there are three ways to send your token. Now, this token that they are backing on, they have not unveiled the fact that we are waiting for Novi, we are waiting for the DM coin to be released. But for this purpose, they are right now testing out the new coin known as the PAX dollars, right over here, PAX dollars, short form USDP. So I believe they are still having some regulatory setbacks together with our perhaps Securities Exchange Commission or the Treasury Department, because they wanted to peg DM as the official stable coin of the US dollars. All right. So right now it looks like there's some few steps back. Instead, they are using USDP as the currency for you to send your coins between wallets. So to sum it up, 3 major takeaways from this very important alert raised by Richard. Number one, the relationship between WhatsApp and Facebook has been so lucrative. For Facebook, the company acquires WhatsApp. Right now, they are reaping a bountiful harvest. For WhatsApp owners, it is mind-boggling. There's so much money involved right here. And that's why it's part of the entire strategy. Now, point number two, they released the Novi wallet, and right now they start testing it with US residents first, and not using the DM coin, but using the PAX dollars. Then number three, the most important of all is actually how would this launch coincide with the rebranding of Facebook into a company name called Meta, and what is the strategy into the world of metaverse. This is something that get us really excited, especially on Wall Street, and that's the reason why it's driving all stock prices. Anything related to the metaverse universe, every company's stock price has risen up in the past 1 month. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. So today is Friday. We are also opening up to question. So every one of you, if you have any question, you can always type in the Q&A, and we will attempt to select question to answer your question. Now, there are many predictions of Bitcoin price to 100,000 by analysts, by influencer, right? And also not just 100,000, but all the way up to 500,000 and to millions, $1 million. So these are a lot of prediction by analysts, but all of these prediction are based on the fact that involvement of institutions treasury in Bitcoin and in the crypto segment. However, institutions are still not educated on this new asset class, right? So they are more institutions are more familiar with the traditional institution instrument, and crypto is a new asset class for them. So many institutions need help in this area. Payment giant Visa has just launched a global crypto advisory service. This advisory service acts like a consultant to help institutions invest in crypto and Bitcoin, and also help them in the adoption. So question to you, Dr. Clemen, is this: how do you see this with regard to institution adoption, and how is this supporting Bitcoin journey to 100,000 and beyond?
Oh yes, Richard, this is a fascinating question, because Visa as well as MasterCard, they are the gatekeepers right now in the world of debit as well as credit cards. They are also stepping their foothold in the world of buy now, pay later. So these are the three, the three gateways of money movement. So we are really kind of elated by this news, the fact that they start providing advisory service. Now, advisory service, it simply means that they are preparing all their B2B merchants relationship, telling everybody, hey, get ready. You are used to receiving US dollars or domestic currency whenever you have a B2B relationship with Visa or MasterCard. But right now, we are preparing you for the future. The future is everybody, every consumer will move towards a cashless society, and thereby deploying cryptocurrencies as the alternative form of payment. So step one, we take a look at this very important article, and it says right over here, and this I think is the most material or the most significant mention ever by Visa. And I'm going to read out to our audience right here. We've seen a material shift in our clients' mindset in the last year, just very recently. And what was last year all about? Last year was about the third Bitcoin halving. Last year was about Bitcoin hitting historical high by the time we hit December 2020, from a desire to explore and experiment with crypto. Now, why is that so? Because we made money from cryptos. And the network effects were like mind-boggling, right? To actually building a strategy and product roadmap. So they seize this window of opportunity. They know right now so much of the world's wealth is being centered in the world of cryptocurrencies. And there's a new generation of crypto millionaires, billionaires being kind of a birth into our current year, 2021. So that's the reason why they say that, hey, we invite you B2B companies, and these big B2B companies or what their merchant customers have very, very nice words to say about Visa. We came to Visa to learn more about crypto and stable coins, as well as the use cases that are most relevant for retail and commercial business lines. Said Uma Wilson, Executive VP at UMB Bank. So that is the reason why they are preparing for their B2B merchants, their direct customers. And then from here, according to the survey findings, awareness of crypto is almost universal at 94% globally among survey participants with discretion over their household finances. And from this particular line right now, we want to know which branch of cryptocurrencies really consumers are kind of diving really, really deep. And this is like the mama of all times, all right? The mama of all times is shown right here in this final paragraph right over here. Check this out. Visa's head of crypto said this: crypto is becoming cultural. It's becoming cool. He explained that a whole new class of mainstream consumers are entering the crypto space because of NFTs, non-fungible tokens. And that's the reason why Visa participated in the funding round for crypto transaction and monitoring, as well as forensics platform TRM. So we can see what is the thinking at the gatekeepers level. What is exactly their perspective? And of course, similar article raised here. What I really want to pick out to all of you is a very, very important number. Now, where's the number right now? It is somewhere right here. Okay, so here is the one. Visa processed 3.5 billion in crypto payments alone. This is like, nobody expected this. Honestly, nobody expected this. How could so much crypto flow through Visa, right? Because they are known for credit cards as debit cards. And as a result, they're right now trying to become a leading payment processor in the crypto market. So they processed 3.5 billion in crypto-related transactions on its network only very recently. 1st October last year, very recently, to 30th September this year. And this period, 3.5 billions, it is a revelation. Right now, we are just seeing the tip of the iceberg, right? So this is really mind-boggling, and that's the reason why we kind of prepare our viewers here today. If the gatekeepers of wealth are already moving cryptocurrency into mainstream, how about you? And how do you take part? How do you make money? Since we have all this knowledge, how do we tap on this wealth of wisdom? And that is the question and homework for all of you watching and listening in. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. As I say, this is a supply and demand thing. So with Visa supporting and educating more businesses into this segment, there will be more demand, and more demand means they will move the price up. Now, the reason why 95% of people never make money and lose it in the market, especially this period of time where the market is there's bearish red in color, and 95% of people never make money and lose it in the market. The market go down and they sell instead of holding. They say, well, no point holding, better sell after, no point holding, and it can even get worse. Then the same people come back again 2 months later. 2 months later, they see that those coin that they sold at a loss come back again at all-time high, and then they buy back in again and repeat the same thing again. Now, so there is a quote that says, time in the market is better than timing the market. Time in the market is better than timing the market. So, Dr. Clemen, what do you think of this statement? How true is this statement?
Oh, yes, Richard, this is really thought-provoking and kind of a really sweet-sounding message for all of us here today, all right? So I got some thoughts behind this really, really important headline on CNBC.com. Bank of America Vice Chair, time in the market, not timing the market proves most lucrative long-term. So first of all, I'm going to box out this word here called long-term. And I've been preaching about the concept of long-term for a long, long time. And what is the meaning of long-term? And I want to give everyone very deep clarity. The reason why rich people are able to invest long-term because they got a long time to wait. First, what is the definition of rich? In the world of wealth, or we call it the pyramid of wealth, the rich is defined as the 1% of the global world's population, anyone who has a net worth of US $1 million cash or above. Right now, there's only less than 1% of the global world's population that is defined as a millionaire. Step one. Now, if you are right now a millionaire, what are the privileges that come along with your status? The privilege is exactly the word I boxed out for you. The privilege means that you could afford to invest long term. Because why? You got holding power. And that is the reason why most people don't have this clarity. They realize that, I mean, if I start small today and I want to be a long-term investor, you know how long it's going to take you to become a millionaire? It's going to take really long. Maybe by the time you become one, you can't even afford to spend your money. So my message to those of you out there, if you have not reached the standing of a millionaire yet, perhaps your strategy is not long-term. Your strategy is to accelerate the growth of your capital in the shortest time possible and keep running the race faster than anyone. You must be the hardest working worker in your room. And get up there, finally, when you're up there, say, okay, finally, I can take a break. I can afford to wait long term. So oftentimes, when it comes to timing the market, this is where most people kind of are messed up. And, you know, this is really passionate at the core of my teaching. Because why? If you are not financially free yet, and not, let's say, just use a simple word, not a millionaire yet, and you attempt to invest long-term, meaning to say, look at my hands, you stretch your time horizon. But because financially you're not free yet, as I widen your time horizon, what will happen to you is that straight away, because you're long exposed to time, fear and greed will creep in and attack you and destroy you and bring you to the dark side. That's why most people always sell at a loss, because they can't hold the mental capacity to control their own fear and greed. They mentally break down. Done. That's it. That's why if you come to tell me and say, oh, teacher, I want to be a long-term investor, I say you dream on. Because if I can show you, you can make the 10% in one day, why do you have to wait for 1 year? If I can show you, you can make the 5% in one day, why do you need to wait for 1 year? In fact, the banks only pay you 0.05% interest of your savings bank account in 1 year. Now, your job is to beat this 0.05% in 1 year. If you can do it in 1 day or 1 week or 1 month, you have beaten all the banks in the world. Done. And that is your job when you're at the bottom of the pyramid. Work hard, accumulate wisdom, accumulate intuition, experience, and reach the top. So that when you are at the top, your money will last through 3 generations. You have accumulated enough experience and wisdom to last your legacy. Don't believe? Go and check back every article out there for someone who struck the lottery. I bet you within 3 years, they'll have lost everything and become a bankrupt because they don't have the mental capacity and wisdom to manage long-term wealth. So coming back to this really beautiful saying here, time in the market. If you want to read at it literally, let me define for our audience here tonight. Today, time in the market means that do not ever sell at a loss. That's the meaning of time in the market. If you are stuck in the Red Sea today, you bought Bitcoin at 69,000. Unfortunately, today is 48,000. Do not go and sell at a loss. That means you let time play it out. And then the second line, timing the market. What is the timing the market? Because my prerogative as your teacher is to help you accumulate wealth in the shortest time possible. I've been teaching time squeeze theory. Timing the market means if I know there are events or triggers that will cause the price to move up, I will tell you, hey, buddy, there's this window of opportunity right now. If you get in right now to buy low, your chances of selling high in 1 month, in 1 quarter, in 1 year will be very, very high probability event for you to make money. That's called timing the market. But if all things fail, instead of going up, the guy went down. Please don't sell at a loss and let time slowly move it up. And that is the concept of this beautiful statement here by Bank of America Vice Chair. And I hope everyone has an enjoyable time learning from this lesson. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, thank you very much for that analysis of that statement. Now, for all of you, we have a program called Master of Wealth coming up, and we'd like to invite you to attend the program, and we will announce that a little bit later. Now, Dr. Clemen, during the last 4 days, when market go down, many ordinary people, ordinary investor, they panic and they start selling. But Michael Saylor, once again, went in and buy when everybody is selling. Now, being a billionaire and being a very successful business person, he did that, right? So whereas ordinary investor, they sell and then he buy. So question to you is this: is it wise to buy right now? So please help us analyze this whole situation.
Oh yes, Richard. This is really time-critical information coming from Michael Saylor, and you know what? He's our a kind of a beacon of light and hope. So first of all, I draw all of your attention to this article just published on 9th of December yesterday. MicroStrategy says it bought 1,434 Bitcoins since November 29. I mean, it's just about a fortnight ago. And then if I translate this to the tweet made by Michael Saylor, one of the work that we do, we always cross-verify. And if the cross-verification is true, then it makes sense. That's why we should spend all our time trying to understand the flow of money, not concepts, not strategies, not some textbook theories. It is about who put money on the table. So clearly, this is a verified tweet by Michael Saylor. And how much did he put in? This time round is kind of a mind-boggling, right? 1,434, $82.4 million in cash. And for this tranche of 1,434, his average price is $57,477, which gives you lots of hope. If you buy the Bitcoin at a price less than him, jolly well, you are very safe. All right. So even if we look at right now, Bitcoin is trading at 47,000. He bought at 57,000, 10,000 above the current price. You are very, very safe. But the safest of them all is his total Bitcoin portfolio, which is standing right now at 29,861. Thereby, he's actually sending a signal to the market. Don't mess with my price at 29,000. That is the rock bottom support price for Bitcoin to ever go and reach that path. So, I mean, I will interpret it that way. 30,000 is a base price. If any one of you today can buy, I'm talking about from now onwards, you can attempt to buy 30,000. Congratulations, you got a really dirt cheap, great Singapore sale price. All right. But if you buy any price below 57,000, congratulations. You have a psychological anchor that's based on Michael Saylor. He'll keep buying because he's an expert in step 1, raise the money. Step 2, buy the Bitcoin. Step 3, educate the world. And he's been educating the world. I mean, if I click on his profile at Twitter, look at this. How many people are is he influencing 1.9 million followers. That's how powerful it is. 1.9 million followers. So in the world's context today, especially for social media, somehow quantity and quality counts. Quantity, 1.9 million followers, and the quality of his followers also count. Many of his followers are like high net worth individuals like whales and sharks in the marketplace, and that's why he's taking the lead in this particular foray. So I'm going to come and show right over here what we do here at Spiking. We kind of detail every single possible action by Michael Saylor, and we do a kind of time series check on him. So this was dated on 29th November. The previous purchase, where his average price was also floating at, let me see, I think I posted 2 times, 29 November. Oh, yeah. So this one is, hang on a minute. Oh, I kind of messed up the sequence. Sorry about that. All right. So this one is 9th of December. All right. Average price 57,477. Before 9th of December, it was actually 29th of November. Back then, his average price was $59,000. And he put in how much? $414 million. So you can see by understanding the relationship, and then I go on to the third one. Before that, he also bought on 13th of September at an average price of $48,000. So just based on these 3 tweets, 242 million. I'm going to take out my calculator right now and kind of do the addition for you. 242 plus 82.4. 242 plus 82 plus the third tweet, 414. We are talking about straight away 25. Yeah, I pressed wrongly right now. Let me do it slowly, all right? Kind of getting excited right here. All right, so 414 plus 414 million plus 82 plus, and right here is 242. All right, that's a total of $738 million committed. And you have a chance right now, based on that $738 million put in by Michael Saylor, you have a chance right now to buy below his price today, which is trading at $47,700 right now. That is a mama load, whereby you are able to buy below the insider's price. So kind of summing up right here, consistently, you know, the big players, they don't really care about ups and downs. They just care about quickly go out there and acquire as many Bitcoins as possible, because once the floodgate is released, everybody will be clamoring after the fixed supply of 21 million Bitcoin. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. So before we handle the question and answer, we have an announcement for all of you. This is a very important announcement, warning that do not send crypto to Dr. Clemen, myself. You can send fruits and flowers, okay? But do not send crypto over to Dr. Clemen, myself, or Success Resources. Even if you see the notice on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, or you receive an email or text, you know, that for any form of offer, because they are really from impersonator and they are scammer. So please take care of your money, mind your own business, and look after your money. Okay, so now we want to handle a few questions from here, right? Now there is a questions here from Javanjit Singh. Okay, Javanjit Singh, and this is the question: what is the best way to be able to hold 100 BTC? So, Dr. Clemen, before you answer the question, am I right to say that, you know, whether you hold 1 BTC, 10 BTC, 100 BTC, 1,000 BTC, or 1 million BTC, your wallet will not be full? Like, is it? Am I right? That means
yes.
You put 1 million BTC in the same wallet, it will not be like full already. You know, you got to move to another wallet. It's not like that, right?
Yeah, unlimited.
Okay, so this is a question for you. What's the best way to be able to hold 100 BTC? Good.
So 100 BTC, if at 47,000, you add 2 more zero, that's about $4.7 million, all right? So $4.7 million, I mean, if you have the cash out front right now, just go and buy. There's nothing stopping you. I think your question is more about how to get the best price possible. In fact, just from my sharing just now, if you are kind of using Michael Saylor as your leverage, the $700 million that he put in versus your $4.7 million is totally out of proportion. But the beauty of it all is that you can buy below his price right now. So every time we go approach the market, we go with this approach. What can I do to psychologically protect my mental health? It's really a mind game. And you know, I work with so many students, typically those who couldn't really make it to the big jackpot is because mentally they just break down. They cannot handle the pressure. And how do you psychologically protect your mental health? You need someone bigger than you. And the someone bigger than you today is Michael Saylor. 700 million versus your $4.7 million, which you can buy at an average price below his 700 million. Congratulations. You already have a very, very nice sweet anchor. So that's the reason why every time we go in, we try to position in a way that we are trading alongside with the whales and the insiders of the world. And that is your best bet. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you very much. So, Mr. Singh, I hope Dr. Clemen answered your question, because you are not talking about physically holding the Bitcoin, but you know how you can earn up to 100 BTC. Okay. So the next question to you, Dr. Clemen, is this. Before I go to my question to you, the next question to you is, can you suggest crypto wallet to store your crypto?
So that's a great question, because you start thinking about the wallets to store. But typically, most people cannot handle the protection of their private wallets. All right, so there's two ideas behind it. First is what we call the crypto exchange wallet. So if you open up an account with ftx.com or coinbase.com or the likes of binance.com, the exchange will give you your individual wallet address. But the problem is this: it is the exchange that controls your wallet, not you. They are just giving you the convenience of using the exchange wallet. So if we go like really, really radical, what if the exchange run away with my money, which happens for many fraudulent crypto exchanges? They came out with crappy excuses, and that's it. They say, sorry, your coins are no longer there. All right, so step one, the selection of a crypto exchange is very, very important. Now, if you kind of made up your mind, this exchange will be there to safeguard my interest, then that's it. Keep your coins on the exchange wallet. It's very, very safe. And that's why we highlighted to all of our viewers that the kind of a crypto exchange that you should select to work with should be, number one, publicly listed on the US stock markets, either New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ. And today, there's only a few of them: Coinbase, Robinhood, Interactive Broker. Upcoming ones will be like ftx.com and Gemini.com. So about 5 of them, all right? Because if they are not regulated, then you will run into problems whereby they can just shut down, take away your coins without giving you any recourse. Number two, if you say that, okay, I want to move my coins out of the exchange wallet to my own private wallet for whatever reason, then make sure you're well-versed in having your own MetaMask, a place to kind of manage the deposit and withdrawal of your coin, which kind of complicated, because the number one fear I have for you is you will tend to lose your private keys for whatever reason. Either someone hack into your email system, steal your private keys, or you write down your private keys into a piece of paper and your domestic maid came along and thought that is a rubbish, throw into the dustbin. Or you store it in the thumb drive, and the thumb drive, your kids came along and play with it and thought it is a toy and throw it into the garden. That's it. It's gone. So I think the safer bet is always to kind of store it for exchange wallet, and I'm really comfortable with that. I think most of you, your coins wouldn't be that large anyway to warrant you having to move into a cold private wallet. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. So Dr. Clemen has mentioned, and for those of you who ask question about exchange, Dr. Clemen has mentioned that it's better. Of course, there are many exchange out there, KuCoin, one new one in India called Coin Store, etc. But Dr. Clemen's answer is that it's better to go to a public exchange that is publicly listed. That's number one. Or those that are going to be listed on the public exchange. So another question for you, Dr. Clemen, is from Karen Walker. Now, Karen Walker asked this question. Dr. Clemen, do you invest in foreign exchange? Right? I guess Forex or etc. Maybe, I am going to move money from my foreign exchange account to Bitcoin. And I only got 3 figures at the moment, but this has given me confidence to take the risk and move more to Bitcoin. So do you?
Wow, Richard, that's a really good question to begin with. You guys start thinking about where are all your money stored at? Whether you have below your pillow or you kept it in a foreign exchange account, means you are perhaps a US resident, but you're holding Japanese yen or British pound or whatever currency pairs, all right? Or you might even hold gold bars, or some of you bought into different things out there for primary reason of investing. Now, there's a 3-step approach to deciding, number one, which is the instrument you should invest in, which is a very, very big topic itself. Now, I always choose the instrument where I can perform an analysis. So, give you the context. If you're investing in a Forex, whether it's US dollars paired with Japanese yen, US dollars paired with Aussie dollars, or US dollars paired with British pounds, you are analyzing the entire country. Oh my mama goodness. You know how complex that is? I mean, if you're holding like British pounds, you got to know the complexity of, Britain withdrawing from EU. You got to know everything about the country, external and internal. Now, how do you begin your analysis on that? It is too complicated. And you can never expect, like, when is the fat ass from North Korea going to fire another nuke into the space? This is like global impact. And I can never understand how people out there are able to invest into Forex, because there are too many things to think about to begin with. It's very, very, very complex. Now, if I squeeze that down from a country macro level to a company level, I mean, if we are just looking like a mama stocks, right? Mama stocks are like Meta, which represents Facebook, A for Alphabet, which represents Google. Then we also have Microsoft, one of the most powerful companies in the world. And the last one is Amazon. You're looking at one individual company, which is much easier to analyze, because I can know who's the board of directors, who's the management team, what is the business they are involved in. I mean, the mama stocks, we're using the products every single day. It is so easy to understand it. So that's the reason why many people got it wrong. You cannot invest in something that you cannot analyze. Number one. Number two, if you decided, okay, looks like I can study a public company like a Facebook or a Twitter or Square or PayPal, I can understand it. Then the second criteria is which market you're going to invest in. And I've been preaching about you should always invest in the largest market of them all, which today is the US stock market, NASDAQ and NYSE. Now, some of you are so comfortable investing in your domestic exchanges, but you're complaining every single day you can't make money. Of course, you are investing in an illiquid market. No matter what they do, the price cannot go up. You got to involve in the largest market out there. And thereby bring us to the number 3 point, which is, if cryptocurrency is so exciting, can we analyze cryptocurrency? And I got a perfect answer for you. Are you aware of the fact that everything on the blockchain is a public ledger? Immutable means no one can go and corrupt the numbers there. No one can cheat the system. It's transparent, and the audit trail can go all the way from day one until right now. And what we've done here for us as a fintech company, we are going to launch our brand new blockchain analytics in the year 2022. We've seen the opportunity involved, and we put forward a very simple question. If I say I want to invest in cryptocurrency today with a one-day time frame, get in today, get out tomorrow, do I have three things to support me? Number one, do I have proprietary data that no one else is looking at? I say yes. Number two, do I have proprietary education? As it goes up and goes down, do I know the methodology and strategy to execute my trades so that I'm always catching optimal profits? We say yes. Number three, do we have a community-first approach? And not just me, myself, and I investing, but I rally the entire community and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. Go out every single day, publish our winning trades, and set a culture that for the stock market, if we make money in one day, in the crypto market, we're going to make money in 1 hour, 1 minute. That's the kind of the approach that we should have to determine where to put our money at. So finally, the conclusion to your question is that always put money into a place where you can perform your analysis. Number one, proprietary data. Number one, proprietary education. And number three, proprietary community-first approach. So back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. So, Dr. Clemen, the last question I want to ask you is this. Now, Bitcoin could hit 100,000 in 2022 thanks to deflationary force. And this is the statement made by a Bloomberg analyst just yesterday, right? So the question to you is, what is the rationale in this statement by this analyst?
Oh, yes, Richard. So I refer to this article that says Bitcoin could hit 100,000, go 2,000 in 2022, thanks to deflationary prices. Now, what we are really working on right now on Wall Street, in fact, the entire market, we are very, very concerned about the high inflation rates, because the consequence to that is that the Federal Chairman, Jerome Powell, he will raise interest rates much sooner rather than later. So the latest timing as kind of unveiled on Wall Street is that on third quarter 2022, interest rates will start to hike, will start to go up. So the question that we've got to be thinking about is, when interest rate starts to go up, right, the banks will make money, but it's going to be more and more expensive for businesses to run their business, for consumers to pay off their mortgage loans, because everyone is paying a higher interest rates. And thereby, it may kind of rock the entire market into a time of instability. Instead of the market becoming booming, the market may crash due to a quick recession because things become so expensive everywhere. So how do you fight against all these forces? The big hedge is all about Bitcoin. Everybody start to hedge their money on Bitcoin and say, okay, the only way that we can fight against the declining power, purchasing power of the US dollars is to put our money into Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is a very, very safe hedge, or what they call as a safe haven against all these forces that I'm talking about. But more importantly, if over time while I put my money into Bitcoin and if the price goes up, I not only safeguard my money, I also experience the appreciation or the growth of my money. And this is the big bet right now. So everybody right now is really excited about, right now we're in the month of December, we're excited about welcoming the new year 2022. At the same time, there's a lot of apprehension because of Omicron that's kind of spreading. And today I just received the news that we have 2 Omicron patients first time declared in Singapore. It means to say it started to spread already, really globally. And the 2 who are infected, number one is a worker in the airport. And I suspect she will not be the only one. There will be more people than that. The other one is a returning Singaporean from Germany who already kind of taken like 2 or 3 booster shots, but still got infected with the Omicron. So this is a phenomenon that kind of put a lot of fear into the market, started from Thanksgiving Day until today. And that's why, you know, we are all waiting for this big burst through. So the big announcement coming out soon, we are waiting for Pfizer and Moderna to give us that confidence that if you take a 3rd booster shot, you will be safeguarded. So you take the context of the 3rd booster shot, it is similar to you. If you take an investment into Bitcoin, this is your protection against inflationary concerns, against the rising of interest rate. So that is the whole rationale behind that article. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. So, Dr. Clemen, as we mentioned just now that we are running a program, Success Resources running a program called Master of Wealth, where we invite experts, right, to share their thought, especially New Year, new goal, new hope that is coming along. So can you give us your wisdom why, you know, this program is important, and then we are inviting all our participants here to come and attend the program?
Oh yes, for the Masters upcoming event called Masters of Wealth, I want to give a quick shout out right here. So I think the panelists can put out the Masters of Wealth link into the Zoom chat. Oh yes, thank you very much, panelists. So what we've done, I think, is a really big kudos to the team at Success Resources led by Richard Tan. And the rationale is this. Every time before we step into a brand new year in 2022, it is a time to kind of check back. What have you achieved in the year 2021? And if you kind of ask this kind of a thought-provoking question, what have you achieved? Some of you are going to look back 2021 with many regrets. And I can tell you, I bet you to the last single dime, your number one regret is, how the heck you didn't have a breakthrough in your finances? The root of all your problems. So if finances is the root of all your problems, then jolly well, the Masters of Wealth should be the solution to your problems. So what I want to give a big shout out is because you have an array of the best speakers on the planet. And I mean, I'm talking about Mr. Wonderful, I'm talking about J. Abraham, we're talking about T.F. Ecker, Ken Honda, and of course, myself, I'll also be contributing my piece at the event called Masters of Wealth. So I think I will encourage you to take part in this event to kind of give yourself clarity from different speakers. But what, at the end of the day, you should really do is to nail down your goal setting for 2022. So like myself, I'm doing a major goal setting for my students, which is next week. And this is a tradition that, you know, very unique to us. Every year in the month of December, we do a major goal setting. And every month is to kind of tick off on a milestone, tick off. And then you feel very satisfied. You feel very accomplished because what you set out to do, you have done it, been there, done that. And that is how we progress as individuals. So go and register your free spot right now, Masters of Wealth, and give you more ideas, more inspiration, and definitely inspire you with more passion. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you so much. There you are today. Bitcoin Journey to 100,000, episode 18. Secret to success is to wake up early, work hard, and own Bitcoin. Have a wonderful week ahead.